As CFO, you hold the financial reins of the organization, and that includes ensuring software licensing costs don't spiral out of control. Software has evolved from a support expense into a strategic cost center, with licensing fees often making up a significant portion of IT budgets. Without proactive oversight, cost discipline, and strategic vendor management, these expenses can silently erode margins. At the same time, cybersecurity software must move from a discretionary line item to a non-negotiable financial safeguard. In today's threat landscape, every unprotected endpoint, misconfigured license, or underfunded security tool is a direct financial and reputational liability. As CFO, you are not just responsible for optimizing spend, you are the executive charged with safeguarding the financial health of the enterprise. Software licensing strategies are not one-size-fits-all. As CFO, understanding how your company's size, industry, and regulatory obligations influence licensing costs is essential to financially sound decision-making. Large enterprises, greater complexity across multiple business units, regions, and platforms gives large companies more negotiating leverage, but also demands centralized licensing governance to prevent runaway costs. Small and mid-sized businesses, or SMBs, every software investment must deliver clear business value, and CFOs and SMBs must balance flexibility with cost efficiency to avoid over-licensing or paying for unnecessary features. Industry-specific pressures. Financial services and healthcare regulatory mandates drive mandatory investments in compliance and data security software. Manufacturing and retail sectors often see ERP and supply chain management software dominate their licensing costs. This really requires tight control over vendor contracts and renewals. Technology companies, on the other hand, face a high demand for scalable, pay-as-you-go cloud solutions. This highlights the need for continuous license optimization as the business scales. As a CFO, your ability to tie licensing decisions directly to revenue, compliance, and operational efficiency will determine how effectively your software spend supports long-term profitability. CFOs can't manage what they don't measure. To determine whether your company's software spend is within reasonable limits, benchmarking against industry peers provides the financial context necessary for smarter budgeting. Follow these steps to conduct an effective CFO-level benchmark analysis. Research industry standards. Identify average software licensing costs as a percentage of revenue in your sector. Build a competitive peer group. Identify 5 to 10 companies of similar size and complexity in your industry. Leverage public data. Extract IT spend and software licensing costs from annual reports, earnings releases, and industry surveys. Run the numbers. Calculate your software licensing spend as a percentage of revenue and compare it against your peer group. Spot the gaps. If your costs exceed the norm, it's time to audit your licensing practices, renegotiate contracts, or reevaluate your software portfolio. Why this matters. CFOs don't need to become software experts, but you do need to understand whether your licensing spend is in line with industry benchmarks, and whether every dollar spent drives business value. Cybersecurity software is not just a technology investment, it's a financial risk mitigation strategy. Every CFO understands that a cyber incident is not just an IT problem, it's a balance sheet event. Ransomware attacks, data breaches, and compliance failures can lead to massive regulatory fines like those from GDPR, HIPAA, and PCI DSS. Legal settlements and class action lawsuits. Lost revenue from operational downtime. Permanent reputational damage driving customer churn. Rising cyber insurance premiums or policy cancellations. CFO Action Plan for Cybersecurity Licensing. As CFO, you must own the financial narrative behind cybersecurity investments. This means embedding cybersecurity software costs directly into your risk management strategy. These are not optional expenses. they are essential safeguards against multi-million-dollar losses. Ensuring every dollar spent on cybersecurity delivers clear risk reduction. Work with IT and security leaders to demand measurable ROI, whether through reduced incident response time, stronger compliance postures, or fewer vulnerabilities. Insisting on cost-efficient licensing models, negotiate bundled pricing across security platforms, eliminate overlapping tools, and ensure that cybersecurity licensing aligns with actual risk exposure. Building alignment between finance, IT, and security. Regular cross-functional reviews ensure cybersecurity spending is right-sized, neither excessive nor dangerously underfunded. CFOs don't just sign off on cybersecurity budgets, you ensure they protect the organization's financial future. Additional focus areas for cost optimization. Beyond benchmarking and cybersecurity, CFOs should lead a company-wide initiative to control software licensing costs through these strategic levers. Aggressive vendor negotiations. Leverage your total purchasing power across all software categories to demand volume discounts and multi-year pricing protections. Conduct annual contract reviews to catch automatic price increases or unused services. Use competitive bids to force vendors to sharpen their pencils. Software asset management, or SAM, as a cost discipline. Regularly audit software usage across all departments. Identify and eliminate unused or redundant licenses. Consolidate licensing under fewer vendors to gain better pricing leverage. Evaluating the cost between cloud and on-premises solutions is crucial. You need to consider not just the initial expenses, but also the long-term financial impact. Cloud licensing offers flexibility, but it can hide runaway costs if not closely monitored. Conduct regular total cost of ownership analyses to ensure your deployment model matches your financial goals. Transition to evergreen licensing models. Subscription-based licensing offers predictable costs and continuous updates. Work with IT to assess where perpetual licenses still make sense, and where subscription models offer better flexibility and value. Cross-functional procurement governance. Ensure all software purchases align with business objectives and financial targets. In an era where software licensing and cybersecurity expenses can make or break margins, CFOs must play a proactive, data-driven role in optimizing spend, negotiating smarter contracts, and ensuring every software dollar protects and enhances the company's financial position. By benchmarking spend, treating cybersecurity software as a financial safeguard, and deploying aggressive cost optimization strategies, CFOs can take control of software budgets, delivering both financial efficiency and stronger organizational resilience. In the end, the right licensing strategy isn't just about saving money. It's about safeguarding profits, protecting reputation, and maintaining competitive advantage. Timecode 0005000005